Here I go again. I'm trying to impart truth and knowledge on people to help them. Just like I talk about a lot of topics with cell towers and chemtrails and GMOs and crap tap water, fake news, cell phone usage and putting it up to your head so you cook in your head. And as soon as I tell people it's face to face, explain why they're dangerous, and then they walk away, put their phone back in their pocket, and up to the ear. You kidding me? And then this, a former student of mine, I just prayed for him. See you on the other side of this little music piece. I don't know, should I play the Insane Asylum? Should I give it the shock treatment music? Should I give it the shock treatment? Zzz. We'll see. It's unfreaking real, man. Unbelievable. Giving you the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and that's no lie. Right underneath the Noonan, Georgia, heavily climate-engineered sky. That's the truth, too. Here's another dose of the shock treatment. Scientific American reporting on new studies linked cell phone radiation with the C word. I don't like saying that word, that's why it's the C word that rhymes with answer. This word rhymes with the word answer. Just put a C in front of it, sound it out. I'm not doing it, all right? But other people, like the sheeple, putting their phone up to the ear, cooking it, are getting a dose of radiation. And then they wonder why they got a meatball, hanging off the side of their head or inside their head. Then they got the AirPods inside, hooked up to the ears. Those ridiculous looking things look like ugly earrings. Retarded. That are radiating their brain all the more. So constant dose of radiation. And then they put it in their front pocket, the guys do, the girls put in their back pocket, and you're just asking for a lot of problems. Speaking of which, I found out that, I'm not naming names or anything, but I was a middle school teacher, and someone who's a millennial got the C word that rhymes with answer in his man parts. Let's just say that, the two of them. And let's just say it didn't end well. He's around. He's okay now, but some things had to go thanks to the freaking. I think it's a cell phone. I'm not sure, but I know it causes this. So does cell phone radiation cause that? Can't answer, huh? Well, new studies show a correlation in lab rats, but the evidence may not resolve ongoing debates over causality or whether any effects arise in people. Let me tell you something. If it's going to cause the radiation problems in a freaking rodent, it's causing problems. It's cooking your freaking ear. And it's cooking your culo and your pelvis, all right? And for the guys, maybe they're nads. Maybe they're penis, all right? Get the shit away from your freaking body. I never did put it to my ear. I tried years ago to talk on it. It's uncomfortable. It's too low, muffled. I like the speakerphone. It's louder, all right? So I'm glad I never did something that dumb, putting it to my ear. And when you try to tell these sheeple that the dangers of it, they look at you, they seem like they understand, and then they go and do it anyway. We live truly in a dumbed-down society. But I hope this wakes somebody up, all right? Because I'm sick and tired of the stupid BS and this C-word centers going up all over the damn place. And that's all I see commercials for and crap. And then I hear a former student had the C's in where down there, and he had to get, they say bye-bye to him. That's terrible. I just prayed that God restores him. I do. It's terrible. It's terrible for anyone to have the C word, period. The freaking ionizing radiation given off by the sources such as cell phones or such as X-ray machines and what am I seeing here? And the sun. Ooh, I thought it said sun booths, but I gotta check that one out too. The EMF. I used to do that crap. I gave it up a couple years ago. Thank God, I repented from that. God, give me the full armor of God. Protection. So, being exposed to X-ray machines, then the sun simulator, that's what we're going to call it, that white giant floodlight, boosts the risk of the C word by shredding molecules in the body. But the non-ionizing radio frequency that cell phones and other wireless devices emit have just one known biological effect, and that's to heat the tissue by exciting the molecules. All right, so if it heats them up, I think 5G is going to do the same thing. Do you think that's good? Do you think that's not going to cause damage over time? Let me see what this article says. We're unpacking it together. I know it causes radiation. It even says in the pamphlet that they give you, the manual, when you buy your cell phone that most people don't pay attention to. So let's take a look here. Still, evidence advanced by the studies shows prolonged exposure to even very low levels. This saying that's worse than the higher levels of RF radiation, radio frequency, perhaps by mechanisms other than heating that remain unknown, makes rats uniquely prone to a rare tumor called a schwannoma. It's a weird name, which affects a type of neuron or nerve cell called a Schwann cell. That's I guess it's named after a person, Schwann cell. So it causes problems, folks. And don't kid yourself. More often than not, they're getting the C words, getting tumors in the head. I was at the YMCA. It was a couple years ago. This bald guy comes walking up to me, and I looked at him. And I realized who it was. Another former student. And he had a bald head. Well, he had a brain tumor. I know he was always on his cell phone. All right? Get this shit away from you. Why do you think they want us to mesh with all this stuff? They want you to have that band on your arm. I bet that emits radiation that checks your pulse rate, counts calories you burn, and then they have these smart watches. Wonder how smart they are. If nothing else, they're spying on you now with that smart watch. Unbelievable, man. The meshing of AI and man. A form of transhumanism. That's a side note. The studies are notable for their sizes. Researchers at the National Toxicology Program, a federal interagency group under the National Institute of Health, test 3,000 rats and mice on both sexes for 2 years. The largest investigation of RF radio frequency radiation and the C word that rhymes with answer in rodents ever undertaken in the U.S. European investigators at the Ramazzini Institute in Italy. And it shows you right there that the effects in their recent study, they investigated RF effects in nearly 2,500 rats from the lethal stage until death. Also noteworthy is that the studies evaluated radiation exposures in different ways. The NTP looked at near-field exposures, which approximate how people are dosed while using cell phones. Ramazzini researchers looked at far-field exposures, which approximate the wireless RF radiation that bombards us from sources all around us. The Wi-Fi, the Y-gig they want to put in your home, the 5G, the cell towers, the power lines everywhere. And if you have something hooked up, plugged in, that acts as an antenna. Your laptop, if it's plugged in, that's the radiation is through the roof. Does this thing affect you? Does radiation? Of course it does. You got to be a moron to think otherwise. Look at him getting the C word that rhymes with answers. Freaking millennials get never heard of it. Kids born need chemo caps. Infants out of the womb getting freaking the C word. I'm not saying it. You know what the heck I'm talking about. I can't stand that word. Boy, if it was a person, what I would do. I'll tell you what. All right, taken together, the findings confirm that radio frequency radiation exposure has biological effects on rats. Some of them relevant to carcinogenesis. Well, this is no mystery. If it's going to do it to the rats, it's going to do it to us. Eventually. It might take longer, but it's going to do it. All right? End of story. Get that shit away from you, man. Get it out of your pocket. Look up, they sell block pockets. They work relatively well for a little while. I'm sure there are different grades of it out there, but keep this stuff away from you, damn it. And they say putting it in airplane mode keeps it less radio frequency emission, and keeping it off is you're more guaranteed. Just keep it away from you. Don't be sleeping next to it. Don't be putting it on your ear, in your bra, ladies. Unbelievable. I got to tell you this, but I do. I hope someone's heeding the warning here. God bless this video. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so let me pick up where I left off. All right, this John Samat, professor of preventive medicine and dean of Colorado School of Public Health. Like, yeah, I'm sure they're really interested in our health, right? Freaking unbelievable, man. These universities and crap. I really wonder about that too. Yeah, are they really worried about our health? They're gonna come out and tell us, well, it's not really similarly risky. It's not proven, even though it's killing rats. Well, it's not gonna kill you, even though we are the lab rat. We're in a giant lab. You're getting sprayed. Hello, this breaking. You're getting sprayed like a bug, chemtrailed. Breaking. Cell towers emit tremendous radiation. Breaking news, sheeple, party sheeple, and party people. 5G is gonna be 4G on steroids. Breaking. They want you to bring in WiGig and get rid of Wi-Fi. That's going to be Wi-Fi on steroids, WiGig. Breaking. There's Li-Fi technology using LED lights. Breaking, party sheeple. They have patents for 50 years, 50, count them, on the sun simulator, and that giant white floodlight is not the sun. Breaking. Why do we have pink clouds? What are they doing up there? Ask NASA. Breaking. It's unbelievable, man. Can we wake up the sheeple? Just one is all I ask. One at a time. Waking up the sheeple one at a time. All right, when turned on, cell phones and other wireless devices emit RF radiation. Well, that can't be good for you, even if they are not being actively used because they're always communicating with cell towers. Well, there you go. We are an electronic soup, BTW. All right? The dose intensity tails off with increasing distance from the body and reaches a maximum when the device is used next to the head. And that means you touching the freaking screen. That means the screen in your pocket touching you. Alright? Don't make me call you a name. I don't want to call you a jackass. Especially if you believe this is all a joke. The joke's going to be on you. Including that freaking tumor if you ever get one. Lord forbid. You better wake the freak up. You're getting sprayed like a roach. Okay, let's go through the list, party sheeple. They freaking put cell towers everywhere. If these cell towers are so wonderful, why do they got to put them every third of a mile? Why do they have to have 5G ones all over the place? You know why. Because they want to zap you. And you're getting zapped by your cell phone alone. Get it the hell away from your body, damn it. Alright? So, launched at the U.S. Food and Drug Administration's request 10 years ago. Yeah, there's another one. A Food and Drug Administration put together. You eat the food, you get sick, go to the witch doctor, they put you on Pharmacia, Big Pharma. There you go. This is legalized drugs. Alright. Okay, you're getting it now. Unbelievable. Eat your GMOs and your processed foods. Take the drugs. Unbelievable, man. It really is. We live in a sick, upside-down world, and the sheeple won't wake up. As long as you don't wake up, they're going to keep on and on and on. All right? All right, the lowest dose is about, let's see, where am I at? All right, 10 years ago, study dosed rats and mice of both sexes. All right, 1.5, 3 or 6 watts of radiation per kilogram of body weight. The lowest dose is about the same as the Federal Communications Commissioner's limit. Yeah, there's another one. Because they care, they're going to limit it, right? Yeah, they're going to limit it. They're limiting it now, right? And they're limiting it with 5G. By the way, do you know 5G's in a lot of major cities, like the ATL? They're getting hammered. That's right, from perimeter to perimeter. Getting hammered with radiation like nobody's business. And they don't care. I told them. I had my GP EMF. It was off the chain driving through the land and coming back from the mountains. Stop off at McDonald's, tell the people with my EMF detector in my hand, it's going off, it's not stopping. They don't care. They're going to care sooner or later. Because the C word that rhymes with answer ain't going nowhere until we reach critical mass awareness and get this shit away from us. Get the cell towers away, get the freaking GMOs away, and, crap the tap water and all this nonsense. Keep the needles and shots away. The animals were exposed 9 hours a day, just like the animals in society, just like the sheeple that put it up to the ear. They're always looking down their friggin' text phone. It's ruining our society. It's ruining our society. Check this link out. I'll leave it there. It's a 2-hour documentary on how cell phones are destroying our society. They're destroying families. Hey, the internet had a big play in what happened to my family. That's went the way of the world. I'll leave it at that. All right? So exposures were cranked up steadily as the animals grew, and so the absorbed doses per body unit remained constant over time. Talking about that experiment they did, right? with these freaking animals, lab rats. So anyway, all right. So again, when you boil it down, it says the study they did, it cost them $25 million to do it. Unbelievable. Maybe. It's no could, may, might, as Dane Wigington of Geoengineering Watch would say. When they say may, it is. All right? Confirmed. And when Snopes says there's no proof, it's the opposite of what Snopes says. So yes, it causes a whole bunch of problems with it. Lymphoma, elevated rates. Look at this. Prostate, skin, lung, liver, brain in animals. Well, guess what? You're the lab rat, folks. So guess what? You're getting a hefty dose of this. On top of the Wi-Fi that's everywhere. On top of the cell towers. On top of the power lines. And when they go to smart pavement, I wonder how much EMF is going to be on the road. Because they got to use electric, wireless, or some kind of RF in the friggin' smart pavement, smart cities. So the jury's court is in session. The verdict is in. Freaking cell phones cause radiations. Get it away from you, damn it. I'm tired of repeating myself with everything. It's time to wake up, folks. It's time to wake up. You know, but then you got other people that want to say, well, it's not clear if it's radiation. Cell phone is not clear whether it causes anything. Come on, folks. Come on. Let's get a grip. Cell phones cause radiations. And, you know, just like the power lines, just like the friggin' cell towers, just like, cause the C word of radiation. This stuff can cause the C word. Don't make me say it. But cell phones are emitting radiation. It's proven. And we live in electronic soup, and it's not going to get any better. 5G is just going to be, for lack of better words, a nail in the coffin. Well, there you go, right here. A few studies have showed high rates of tumors inside the skull among people who use cell phones heavily for 10 years or more. Hey, Jay, you're up in Chattown. You always got that phone up to your friggin' ear. You might want to get that checked out inside your head. You might have some things going on there. People, get this shit away from you. I have this thing about 8 inches, about a foot away from me. You know, I'm holding the sides of it. And I put the EMF to the sides of it. No radiation, but direct contact with the phone itself, especially depending on what kind of mode you're using it in. If I go live with this phone, it's going to be through the roof. So it depends what mode also. I'm going to leave it at that, but it's confirmed. Cell phones emit radiation. Radiation no good, no bueno. All right? And it's mighty funny how, especially the millennials, are getting, it down in their crotch, C word, they're getting it in their head. There's a reason for that, folks. It's not by chance. Of course, the vaccines don't help either. 6 ways from Sunday. That's how they're trying to get you. Georgia Guidestones, go look it up. Or don't, as Richie from Boston would say. At any rate. Oh, man. Does he have to keep saying it over and over again? Over and over again. I'll leave it at that. Keep this crap away from you. Look at the AI robots that they want to come out, Because by 2025, they're saying about over 200 million Americans won't be here. How are they going to do that? Connect the dots, folks. See you on the next shock treatment. Unbelievable.